Hello everybody, Steph here, welcome to this new video. Today we talk about a giant of blues, Mr. Muddy Waters. So I picked up one of the most famous songs, especially from the crossroad period between Delta and Chicago of Muddy Waters, which is called Can't Be Satisfied. This song is full of references to Robert Johnson. We are in open G, we play with the slide, and there is a lot of references to Robert Johnson's way of playing with slide melodically and rhythmically. Still, Muddy Waters managed to make this style his own, and only legends can do that. Little spoiler, I am not Muddy Waters, so I cannot play this song exactly note per note. Still, I'm trying to give you the closest possible version to understand what Muddy Waters were doing in this song, and to try to explain to you the best I can. Let's start from the beginning, okay? And immediately this song starts with a clear reference to Robert Johnson. In fact, we are in open G tuning and we play a melodic line that is parallel to the singing, to the melody of the singing, here on the 12th fret, the first three strings. That is basically a major triad of G, okay? So these three notes, okay? So string number 1, number 2, and number 3. And here, when we play this with the slide, we slide, okay, to the note. So we start basically from fret number 10, so. And on the last note, on the third string, we play with the vibrato, okay? So the vibrato is not everywhere, okay? So the first two notes on the first and second strings are relatively short, okay? So and the bass is very important, okay? So here there are two ways to do it. I think the original, because it's played with the upright bass as well, the original is just playing sometimes on the bass of G on the 5th string. But if you play alone like I do, you have two options, and I use both, okay? Sometimes I just play chunky on the 5th string, grabbing also the 4th, or sometimes I play alternate style, okay? Between the 5th and the 4th string. This is not Chet Atkins, guys. This is blues, so play dirty. Three times, okay? And then the 4th time, we slide very shortly. And then 3rd string open, so G on the 12th fret, and G open, 3rd string, okay? And then minor 3rd, okay, on the 3rd fret. With a slide, okay? So like this. In this case, you see, the bass, don't take it like the Bible that what is said, you have to do it all the time, okay? I don't know if it's a good reference, but okay. So it's not everything alternated or every time chunky like this. For example, in this case, the bass follow the note, so. And here comes another interesting part. We go on the 4th, okay? We play the first 4 bar. This is not a 12 bar blues. The structure is irregular, okay? So we play the first 4 bar on the first chord, G, and then we go to C, okay? And instead of playing the whole chord on the 5th fret, it just follow the melody of the singing on the bass, so. So, 3rd fret on the 5th string, 4th string open, and then slide to the 5th fret on the 4th string, which is G. From the beginning. And then it keeps following the singing line. So it slides back to the 3rd fret. We are still on the 4th string. Alternate with the open string. And same fret, he played the minor 3rd, but this time instead of the 3rd string, he plays it on the 5th. And here comes an interesting part, because until now he followed the melody of the vocals, which was something that also Robert Johnson was doing. But if you watch the video about Robert Johnson, there was a second way to play slide that Robert Johnson was using, which was about playing rhythmically, okay? Especially with the slide on the 3rd string, on the minor 3rd, okay? On the 3rd fret. With this note, which is the 6th, okay? 4th string, 2nd fret. You can play how many variations you want of this, okay? So minor 3rd, open string, root note, and 6. I think after this he plays just again the root note on the 4th string, but what I like to do, and I heard Muddy Waters doing some live shows, he does this, which is another Robert Johnson lick, which also Son House used for Def Letter Blues, okay? So playing like this, minor 3rd, root note, and root note again 1 octave up, 5th fret, 1st string. Let's play from the beginning and see where we are, okay? So great. Now, basically from here he came back from the 4th chord, he came back to the 1st one, and then now we need to move to the 5th chord, which is D7, okay? It starts exactly like with the same lick, the same starting lick that he used to go on the 4th, you remember? We use the same lick to go to the 5th, and of course, if here on the 5th fret we are on the 4th chord, on the 7th fret we are on the 5th chord, but still he used only 1 note because he is still following the vocals, okay? So theoretically, if he was following the vocals, he should have done something like this. So this movement, but he stays in the majority of the case, he stays here on the 7th fret, 4th string, okay? And then he repeats the lick, the same lick that he used to go from the 4th to the 1, he plays it again right now, okay? So 5th, 4th, and 1st chord again, okay? So 2, 3, 1, 2. So basically, he repeats again the same part to end the structure and start again, okay? Let's play from the beginning and see if everything is in place, all right? Let's go. Again, I am not playing exactly note per note what Muddy Waters was doing. First of all, because that's not the right approach to blues. Second, because Muddy Waters himself played this song 100,000 millions of times in 100,000 millions of different ways. I just tried with my own limits to go as close as possible so you can understand what's going on. And practice and just make it your own maybe, just like Muddy Waters did with Robert Johnson style. If you like this video, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget I also have a Patreon page, Blues Guitar School Berlin. So if you want more tabs, licks, whatever, everything dedicated to blues, especially acoustic blues and open tunings, you find me there. See you next video.